Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in the state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent, it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives. Wealth is grabbed into the greedy, grubby hands of those who get fat on the toil and labor of good people. Corruption benefits, only temporarily, those who participate in it. Everyone else is a victim of the theft, the deceit, the dishonesty, and the lies that corruption feeds on. You need to know that a corrupt person is stealing from you. Corruption is filthy work and despicable acts of treachery done under the table and behind closed doors. Corruption is a disgusting shame. Corruption keeps a nation back from true development and from progress. Wise investors steer clear of a corrupt environment. They would rather put their resources into a place where the playing field of opportunity is equal for all and not bent towards feeding the financial lust of corrupt, lying, cheating, thieving politicians and government officials. How many wonderful development projects have been lost because the investors didn't want to do business in a swamp of evil? When those great projects go to another nation or to some other place, we all lose. Believe me when I tell you that corruption steals from you, it steals from all of us. Corruption plunders the nation's wealth. Corrupt people compromise on truth, equity, and fairness, choosing instead to feed off the short-term benefits of crookedness, exploitation, and financial perversion. Corruption is not just a personal matter, it's a culture. It's a way of life, not just for individual people, but for companies, communities, governments, and nations. Corrupt nations, hiding behind large companies, will seek to invest in other weak nations in order to take over the assets of the nation that they've invested into. They will provide financial loans to a nation for the much-needed infrastructure, and they will do it with assets that they provide. They will sign contracts by lining the pockets of rotten government officials who participate in this kind of corruption and are then held hostage by their own deceit and greed. Corruption is nothing less than a form of theft and national robbery. A corrupt person steals from everyone in society.
Ghetto, run, keep going on, less process. For children of Israel who really love rights. So just I and I as a watchman around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Hey, oh, we gotta bust down Babylon walls. Prepare and read the way. Prepare and read the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down, war cry. Fight down. Me say Rastafari. War and cry. And do the righteousness. And we love. And we love. away, good time away again. Listen, yeah. Just as I and I as a watchman around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace, but we penalize day or night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates, prepare the way, prepare the way for Rastafari. Fight down war and fight, fight down war and fight, Rastafari, war and fight, and build up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah, Rastafari, preserve all, and we love Jah, me love Jah, me love Jah, Rastafari, preserve all, me love Jah, Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight. And then
we're back with our brush this morning to tar and feather the PNP. Because remember, I told them it's going to be a wahala until you start serving the people. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. This is your premier platform, Global TV. It is also your program, At a Glance. Morning. And welcome, one and all. Thank you for joining us, to my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls. Good morning and welcome. Even to the vloggers who come here to get content and ideas. Good morning and welcome right here to Global TV, the premier teaching platform right here. Good morning, everyone. Oh no. Debbie Jarvis TV, good morning and welcome. Laverne, good morning. Empress Deblinet Jenkins, Pamela Cola, good morning. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Marcia Thomas, good morning. Gloria Morris, good morning. Baron Leslie, good morning. Wayne Evans, Monica Wills, Miranda Roddock, Blessed Woman, good morning. Bros, good morning. The Unstoppable One, Wagwan. Norman Ferguson, good morning. Good morning. Leonard Denton, good morning. Karen Nemart, good morning. Suzette Williams, morning all and welcome. Thank you all for joining us this morning. We're back at the PNP, as well as we're on the NARRA thing as well, because I do think the lame, lazy People's National Party deserve to do a press conference, particular on NARRA. When they did the Roofs program thingy the other day, they spoke about NARRA, but there's a whole lot of issue going on with NARRA. You see it being explored in Parliament on both sides. You've seen where Marlene Malahou Fort, the former Attorney General and Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs, break ranks with the government on this. There is political mileage in this for the People's National Party, given the status of Marlene Malahou Fort within the Jamaica Labour Party and has broken ranks, and it's not good enough that the People's National Party is just cheering Marlene Malahou Fort on. But will the People's National Party take it up on themselves, which is a part of their duty, in a press conference to explain to the people of Jamaica all the problems in NARRA. Because not everybody follow Parliament. 'Cause honestly, I just cannot keep up with Parliament. Marcia Biro, how you do? I cannot follow the war with PNP and Juliet. I just cannot. It grieves my heart every minute to see them and Juliet in the back and forth, because in all of that, our business is stifled. It is hampered. The business of the country is stifled and hampered. And it sickens me, like literally, with this ooming and arming between Juliet Holness and the PNP. I really don't have the time for that, Ladybug. The truth is, I'm not too clued up, Winston Morning, with what is going on in Parliament. But I really don't care to know, because what is going on in there, I don't see it's making any change to the country. And if PNP is not willing to deploy meaningful strategy to get rid of Juliet Holness from that chair, then shut up. Shut up and make the woman do what she have to do. Shut up and let the woman do what she have to do, because people like me is becoming sick of PNP and Juliet Holness back and forth. I mean, Jamaica, 5 more years of this we must entertain? When the PNP can do something about it and is refusing, just like how them say Andrew use it to make Portia move somebody out of the cabinet, they can move Juliet the same way. But all PNP want to do is to continue play the theatrics to pull a wool over the people's eye, which I'm not going to allow the PNP to get away with, because there's a lot that the People's National Party is required to do in and out of Parliament. They're supposed to be causing more havoc in Parliament, given the behavior of Juliet Holness. They're supposed to be causing more havoc in Parliament. They're supposed to be more disruptive in Parliament. But they are like well-disciplined girls and boys in Juliet Holness's Parliament. And it's irritating, because the country's business is not being served, and PNP just leave them to it, and then expect we to come out here every day, come have a wahala over the government. Now, me hear
the architecture of apathy.
You see, when people go law school, like a lot of our peoples in Parliament, and a lot of those people head to politics, is a part of their plan. Isaac Buchanan is not doing anything spectacular on the NARRA bill. He's doing his job, one which we pay him $14 million per year. When we go to law school, we're taught to do fine-tooth comb analysis. We analyze a word. We analyze the meaning of a word in what context. He's not doing anything spectacular. Wanna stop come out and praise these politicians, make it look like them a do so Mother Teresaism galangin. It's his job. What Isaac is doing on the NARRA bill, it's his job. He's not doing anything out of the ordinary or anything extra. He's not going out of his way. He's doing basically what we pay him for. It's a part of his role and responsibility. Imagine if every employer did come out and celebrate all of us when we just come to work and do our job that we're paid to do. And this is why these people keep on giving us a shoddy service, because they have people to frown over them. The guy's doing his job. He's not doing anything spectacular. It's what he's meant to do. Go through the bill with a fine-tooth comb. He's an attorney. It's up his street. He's not doing anything spectacular. So no stop make the politician them feel like say when they do their job that we pay them for, they're doing a saving grace. The guy's doing his job. Stop gloating and frowning over the guy doing a part-time job. Politics is a part-time job. I said Buchanan is a full-time attorney. Politics is just his part-time job. Him not show down in politics, him attorney job for the politics. It's a well-paid part-time job. So what he's doing is what he's been paid to do. It's a part of his role and responsibility. Similarly, when any politician on both sides of the fence on a law that they want to stop it, they're not giving us a service. They're giving us even below the bare minimum. So rather, on a fine work, give them, rather than make them feel like, say, them a go to them way if you do something, which they're not doing anything. I mean, we pay the guy to talk. A part of our job is paying the guys to talk. Anyway, let's go back to yesterday morning article, because PNP ought to be reminded, PNP supporters ought to be reminded of the mandate of the opposition. The fact that they are not the government doesn't mean they don't have power. They have 28 seats in our country. That's power, legislative power. You understand? So it's not because it's not only people in government you hold to account. There are things that the opposition ought to be doing as the opposition. And if they're not doing them robustly, then we must call them out and we must criticize them and we must question them. So stop thinking that because they say this in Parliament, it ends there. Very little of the country's business talks about in our Parliament. Very little of the nation's business is talked about in our Parliament. So they have a job in Parliament and outside Parliament as per their role as members of Parliament and councillors. They have a role. Sadly, they're not performing it, though. Let's remind you of what the opposition's job is.
The architecture of apathy. The PNP's complicit silence amidst the surge of state-sanctioned violence. Kingston. In the theatre of modern politics, silence is rarely neutral. It is a calculated performance. As the nation grapples with a terrifying escalation in summary executions, extrajudicial killings carried out by government security forces under the guise of national security, a second, equally chilling phenomenon has emerged: the absolute moral and vocal abdication of the People's National Party. The streets are stained with the blood of citizens denied their constitutional right to due process, yet the hallowed halls of the opposition remain echoing with a silence that is increasingly indistinguishable from endorsement. The fundamental duty of a parliamentary opposition is to act as a barrier against executive overreach. In a healthy democracy, the opposition is the guardian of the rule of law, the voice of the marginalized, and the check on the state's monopoly on violence. However, the PNP's current trajectory suggests a party that has traded its founding principles for a seat at the table of populist tough-on-crime rhetoric. By failing to aggressively challenge the legality and ethics of security force operations, the PNP has effectively dismantled the democratic safety net, leaving the citizenry vulnerable to a state apparatus that now operates as judge, jury, and executioner. This silence is not merely a lack of words, it is a strategic surrender. Inside the Orange House, the calculation appears to be one of political survival over moral consistency. There is a palpable fear within the party leadership that criticizing the security forces will be weaponized by the ruling administration to paint the PNP as pro-criminal. In their rush to avoid this political trap, the PNP has fallen into a much deeper moral one. They have accepted the false dichotomy that one must choose between public safety and human rights, failing to articulate the essential truth that security without justice is simply a different form of terror. The consequences of this missing voice are felt most acutely in the country's most vulnerable corridors. In communities where the sound of gunfire is often followed by the arrival of a hearse rather than a lawyer, the PNP's silence signals to the poor that they are politically expendable. When the state executes a citizen without trial, it is an attack on the very concept of the social contract. When the opposition remains silent about that execution, it confirms to the public that no matter which party holds the gavel, the lives of the unimportant carry no weight. This erosion of trust does not just hurt the PNP's polling numbers, it delegitimizes the entire democratic process, fostering a nihilism that is far more dangerous to the state than any individual criminal element. Furthermore, the PNP's reticence grants a blank check to the security forces. Impunity thrives in the dark, and by refusing to shine the parliamentary spotlight on these summary executions, the opposition is providing the cover of darkness. Security units, cognizant that they will not face rigorous questioning from across the aisle, are emboldened to push the boundaries of their mandates. Security units, cognizant that they will not face rigorous questioning from across the aisle, are emboldened to push the boundaries of their mandates. We are witnessing the slow-motion transformation of a police force into a paramilitary wing of the state, a transition that is only possible because the constitutional watchdog has chosen to sleep through the crisis. To reclaim its relevance, the People's National Party must realize that a political party without a moral compass is merely a group of individuals seeking power for its own sake. The silence of the PNP is becoming a central pillar of the very system of oppression it once claimed to fight. If the party cannot find the courage to condemn the state's use of lethal force against its own people, it forfeits its right to lead them. The blood on the streets is a tragedy of the present administration, but the silence in the face of that blood is a permanent stain on the legacy of the opposition. The time for calculated neutrality has passed. The nation no longer needs a party that waits for the wind to blow. It needs a party that stands as a wall against the storm of state-sanctioned violence.
Only people who know it can cross it. Abinasa Cody, good morning. Let me answer respond to Byron's opinion. I do not take the view that because of ISAT's past, he should not sit in Parliament. I really do not share that view. My issue with people like ISAT and Damian Crawford, though, I do believe they tricked us. Because what these people do in times of campaign and getting themselves normalized, they use the human story. And that's what bothers me about a lot of vloggers as well. They use the human stories, the stories that plays on your emotion. Like Damien went on and on and on about education. ISAT went on and on and on about human rights and our youths and all of that. That is nowhere to be seen or heard much, given all of what is happening in our country in the last 6 months. Lots of human rights violation, lots of issue with education coming out of Melissa, the violence and everything. And these people who were so out there with the noise, I mean, now they are in silence. Will Golden's sluttish leadership, Will Golden's sluttish leadership of the party cross the line? Will it ever cross the line? Will the people of Jamaica see a meaningful pushback from the tyranny where Andrew Holness, Georgina, you do, of the country under? You think we will ever see that? If Mark Golden is willing to, in my view, holding back the PNP for whatever reason from tackling the issue that is at the forefront of Jamaica people mind. What are they standing up for in our parliament? Because this thing called the sectorial debate, I don't know what to make of it. I'm not following it either. I see clips of this and clips of this coming out here and there. Who responds to the insults from Horace Chang? Because if Horace Chang and what's him call him is debating, if Horace Chang and Philip Paulwell is debating, who respond to the insults coming from Horace Chang, or the talking down to the Jamaica people, or the badman-ism over the dispatch box? What Chang tell we say, police will not be wearing body cam when they confront gunman. Chang tell we say, none of we about road here, so don't know about who responds to these insults. Because I don't know what to make of this thing called sectorial debate. And I don't know who is responding to who or what, or who is responding to what. I'm totally confused by it. Because I would have thought it would have been Horace Chang and Fitz Jackson going at it. And this is how PNP, who only them could have do something about it, allow Juliet Holness to take our parliament, do what she wants with it, fix it how she wants it, and we, the people of Jamaica, continue to left outside. There's no leadership from the PNP when it comes to holding the government accountable. If it is that the PNP are going to pluck up once in a while, every 6 months, with a press conference, and then, because when we hear una praise them for in a parliament, I don't see what's going on in there. Because they have to tiptoe around what Juliet Holness wants. The nation business has not been served. PNP is there to protect us, the people of Jamaica, from the tyranny of Andrew Holness and Juliet Holness. Can you say the PNP is doing that? Can you say that what the PNP is doing, it is protecting us from the tyranny that Andrew Holness and Juliet Holness is heaping upon the people of Jamaica, where we can only ask the question what Juliet Holness comfortable with, or we cannot give context to the question we're asking. We cannot frame the question we're asking. My internet sketchy this morning. Can comment, but no video. Everybody into my building. Is it? Lord of mercy. The workman them may soon come and fix you up. Lynette Jenkins, how you doing? So is it okay for Cham to be in our parliament? Yeah, this is why I don't take, because remember, if I'm to take that view on Isaac Buchanan, Dalrymple is an admitted convicted criminal as well. Current, not expunged like Isaac Buchanan. Current criminal that committed the crime in the last parliament, resigned, accepted the crime, paid the fine, and returned to parliament. I mean, they're all sitting criminals, aren't they? So I wouldn't take the view on that, because if we're to take that view, I mean, our parliament would left bare, isn't it? If I'm to take that view, our parliament would be left bone dry, because they all have a skeleton behind them. It is how they play on our emotions. These are the things that upset me with them. These are how they reassure us, how they convince us and reassure us that we will hold this government accountable. Can you say that that is happening? When you look at all the issues going on, Rosie Donovan, Tufton, Dennis, Melissa, money where Andrew and Pernell Charles and National Security Officer scam. The whole NARRA detouring to Andrew Holness personal infrastructure development rather than what NARRA were meant to do. We're going to go to the NARRA article now, because NARRA is going to turn out into another UDC, another failure with Andrew friend them there to steal public money. Just like how Andrew Holness have Norman Brown, a UDC, and which part else in Norman again, but a two place in have Norman. Just a fleece the public budget, so in very friend and business partner. The PNP them not robust enough. We need to break the link between Andrew and Gillette controlling the legislature. And yes, Labour will still control the legislature, but make the control of the legislature come out of the house. It cannot be that the executive and the legislature they're on one pillar and PNP just a fraud every day. So that's not good enough. They can do otherwise, Winifred. So when people are telling me, you see Philip Palwell and Juliet Holness yesterday, it's just the same old. It's nothing new. It is really nothing new. It's the same old back and forth with Juliet Holness and PNP. And without they take drastic measures, it is going to remain the same. The PNP will never move forward without a media voice or a media presence. After 3 years, they still haven't managed to have a media voice or a media presence. The PNP page looked tardy. When you look on Andrew page, when you look on when Andrew posts, PNP on a thing just look chaka, come make we dance with the rhythm. Look pan golden, chaka. The party chaka, just like Mark Golden. I mean, Nikita Burchell still a walk and post on her personal Facebook page. And then the PNP them want come make with want come go on like say them brighter than Labour. How young Labour, how young Jamaica out a road that look so bright. And we barely know who young PNP is. How Andrew Holness and for him Labour people them I put out so much message out there. Are the opposition lead messages, not the government? Are the opposition for lead the news narrative, not the government? The government must be always be torn down in the news narrative. The opposition must be always flinging stone at least one a day, at least one per day. Can you say this opposition is flinging at least a stone per day? Can you say this opposition is flinging at least a stone per day? And let me tell you something. Stop talking about Andrew Holness' salary. It is disingenuous. It is disingenuous for we get up every day and talk about Andrew Holness' salary. Andrew Holness only get $3 million above Mark Golden. Disingenuous. For every day we get up, come out here. At least Mark Golden have nothing for the boy just by sit down and talk. But the truth is, if we are to go on about Andrew Holness' salary, we must go on about PJ's salary, Portia salary, Bruce Golden's salary, Siaga wife's salary. It's disingenuous. At least Andrew Holness is the sitting prime minister. So as a country, make we talk about rolling back previous prime minister's pension. Make we talk about rolling back previous prime minister's pension, because it's disingenuous for us to sit down every day and talk about Andrew Holness when him only get $3 million more than Mark Golden, the opposition leader, one. And two, there's 4 or 5 other previous prime ministers out there getting the same salary as Andrew Holness. That doesn't need it. It is disingenuous as a country for us to beat down. This is why I've always been calling for them to revise that pension bullshit. That PJ Patterson stitch up Jamaica people and left with. Every time a prime minister resign, we bill go up. Every time a prime minister resign, we're paying 5, 6, 7 prime minister the same salary. And PNP think to say, a something that will sit well with the nation. At least Andrew's working. What is PJ doing? What is Portia doing? What is Bruce doing? What is Siaga's wife doing? When Siaga's wife, the Siagas are one of the 21 families of the private sector that run our country. And when PJ Patterson stitch way up, we still appear Mrs. Siaga, Metro Siaga, cousin. It's a time, rather than we keep going on about Andrew Holness' salary, we need to roll back previous prime minister's pension. We can't pay so much prime minister salary when a one prime minister do the work in our country. That was fucked up from PJ Patterson. So make we criticize them equally. You understand? Me not out here for play no games. Me not out here look no number no fame. Me not out here a breakdown over views. So me can speak the truth. You know how much that will save Jamaica. These people are getting private pensions as well, you know. These people had their private pensions as well. It's disingenuous, Jamaica. At times we straighten up ourselves. if we are going to have an issue with Andrew Holness 28.6 million, let's have it with PJ 26.8. Let's have it with Portia 26.8. Let's have it with Bruce Golden 26 and 28.6. Let's have it with Siaga wife 26.8. We cannot be paying so much prime minister in our country when I want to do the work. So make we as a people, let us as a country see what the problem is. Andrew Holness is a problem. He's not the only one though. Andrew Holness may be our biggest problem. He is not the only one. The same thing we are pay Andrew, we are pay PJ, we are pay Portia, we are pay Bruce, we are pay Siaga. So I'm going to Beverly Mandis, Beverly Hatkin. Why? We not pay Beverly wife right, Manley ex-wife right now. You understand? So let's look after ourselves, because politicians look after themselves. Neither Labour nor PNP have no interest in rolling back that, because both of them sat together and gave approval. Whoever on both sides of the aisle becomes prime minister in our country, when they resign, they are on a current prime minister salary for life. And that increase with the current prime minister's salary. You understand? So let's be truthful to ourselves. The whole of them are milk with dry. And not just Andrew Holness. At least Andrew Holness is doing nothing just like them for the $26.8 million. Andrew Holness, like Bruce, like Portia, like PJ, like Siaga, they are all doing shit all for the millions we pay them. None of them now do nothing. Andrew now do, Portia now do, PJ now do, Bruce, none of them now do. So better we pay one for do nothing at all than pay 4 or 5 for do nothing at all. Which, even though I know say me done in a maths, which one would make more sense? Talk truth. We don't know me dance. Which one would make more sense? We know Andrew Holness isn't doing anything. And we pay Andrew Holness to do nothing. But out of pay Andrew Holness 1 to do nothing, and then pay 4 or 5 prime ministers to do nothing, which maths you would work with? That truth. You know why both of them can stitch us up like that? It's because we are always looking after them and not after ourselves. So, Golden I go try to win. Golden want to turn prime minister and Golden want to make sure independence. Them rich people here will come at politics rich. Why? If this is not holding back brilliant minds, when you look on people like Raymond Price, Dr. Andre Horton, and a lot of other brilliant minds across the country, people like Kevar Bennett, these bright young ideas and minds that need to be in our parliament. You have rich people like Peter Bunting, Mark Golden, Dennis Garden, everybody over the Labour right. Because for everybody where Andrew Carroll come since 2016 get rich. These people don't need to be there. Because these people never came with ideas. And no stick upon them. They came about money and power. And all they've been grasping since they've arrived, it's money and power. This is why Andrew Holness 10 years have been a failure. Because all of the people them when Andrew can't come round him did come for rake and scrape. They did not turn up with the idea. Is why Horace Chang to date can't furnish us with a crime policy. He rather come out a threaten way and a talk down to it. Who responds to that high level of bullshit over the dispatch box? Huh? Let's go to an article we did on the NARRA bullshit, because PNP not do them job. What is stopping these people from addressing the nation in a press conference on a weekly basis?
GTV 3
come and tells us lies every week. The government posts lies on its social media page every day. Every day, the government posts lies on its social media page. Every Wednesday morning, the government graced the people of Jamaica with lies. You mean the PNP has nothing to counter? Veteran, Wagwan. You mean to say the PNP, in all that daily lie that Andrew Holness posts on his page, in all that weekly lie that Dana Dixon stand at the dispatch box and tell, you mean the brain dead Nikita Burchell don't see anything to push back on, anything to counter, anything to expose, and you all think PNP is doing anything? These people are a bunch of useless Karen. There are some mourning, complaining Karens. That's all PNP wants to do. They want just carrying out the thing. You bunch of Karens.
GTV 358 News, Special Report, Reconstruction or Re-Centralization, the NARRA Bill's shadow over Hurricane Melissa victims. Kingston, Jamaica. As the 6-month anniversary of Hurricane Melissa approaches, the thousands of Jamaicans still living under tarpaulins or in cramped shelters are being told that salvation lies in the newly proposed National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority. However, a critical analysis of the legislation reveals a troubling reality. While the government promises speed, the bill's framework may prioritize political power over the immediate needs and protection of the victims. The high cost of recovery. Hurricane Melissa left a staggering $8.6 billion United States dollars trail of destruction, roughly 42% of Jamaica's GDP. For the residents of Black River and other battered Western communities, the promise of a $10 billion United States dollars reconstruction fund sounds like hope. But the Jamaica Gleaner and civil society groups are raising the alarm that this hope is being built on a foundation of weak oversight and concentrated authority.
Just for the vloggers that are over here for content, this is a GTV special report on the NARRA Bill, all right?
Power versus people, the governance gap. The primary concern for victims is accountability. As currently framed, NARRA's power is heavily concentrated in the hands of its CEO and the Prime Minister. The risk: without a board with fiduciary obligations or a mandate to report quarterly to Parliament, there is no guarantee that funds will reach the most vulnerable. The victim impact. History shows that when special purpose vehicles lack transparency, the people who need help most, displaced families in coastal towns, often find themselves sidelined by prestigious projects like new airports or hospital renovations downtown, rather than the relocation and housing they were promised. The UDC shadow, a history of low trust. The editorial highlights a stinging irony. Many of NRA's tasks should technically belong to the Urban Development Corporation.
However, the UDC's reputation is currently marred by low public confidence and a history of being misused by political overseers. By creating NARRA instead of fixing the UDC, the government is essentially admitting that its existing institutions are broken. For a Hurricane Melissa victim, this is cold comfort. If the government cannot trust its own permanent agencies to be efficient, why should victims trust a new temporary agency with even less oversight? Efficiency at the expense of rights. NARRA is designed to bypass normal regulatory arrangements to ensure speed. While urgency is vital for someone without a roof, bypassing regulations often means bypassing environmental protections and community consultations. Forced relocation. With plans to relocate entire coastal communities, the lack of a robust independent board means victims may have little recourse if they are moved to inadequate land or if their land rights are ignored in the name of resilience. The verdict. The logic of a specialized agency is sound, but the execution remains dangerous. For the victims of Hurricane Melissa, the NARRA bill looks less like a lifeline and more like a blank check for the executive branch. Unless the legislation is amended to include mandatory parliamentary reporting and a legally grounded board of directors, the reconstruction of Jamaica may happen over the heads of the victims rather than for their benefit. The survivors of the Category 5 storm deserve a recovery that is not only fast, but fair and transparent. GTV 358 News, reporting for the people. Stay tuned for more on the NARRA bill debates.
Yeah, that's the GTV special report on the NARRA bill. But if it is that the bill is written to pass by simple majority, and only Marlene Muller who fought if she breaks ranks with the government because she's asking for a reworking, mean to say the bill written in a fucked up way. It don't written for the purpose of what the Prime Minister did promise with. So Marlene is trying to divert the Prime Minister back to the purpose of NARRA, as well as putting in the framework of accountability and transparency within the bill. However, Marlene can be whipped by the government to vote with the government, though she have concerns. Even if Marlene abstain or vote with the opposition, the bill will still pass if Marlene is the only one who will break ranks. So we're stitched up, isn't it? If it is that the Prime Minister is not taking on the amendment suggested or the reworking suggested, should the opposition not lead a national demonstration on the issue, given that billions of dollars will be trusted to Andrew Holness and another of his crony? Because what is coming out of the NARRA bill here is that Andrew Holness will use NARRA bill as his own personal entity, just like he's using the UDC or the NHT or all of that. This is just another agency of that type Andrew is creating, where Andrew and one of his crony will have power over the agency with very little oversight. Is the People's National Party sending that message to the people of Jamaica? Is the People's National Party sending that message to the people of Jamaica? These are the issues. These are the consequences. These are the likely outcomes. These are a few clips from what I said about stop.
No.
Stop behave like ISAT or anyone in the PNP is doing anything spectacular in the NARRA bill debate. It's what happens in a debate, one. Two, is what we pay them for, to scrutinize the bill with a fine tooth comb. When you're a lawyer, you're trained to analyze a word. So they're not doing anything out of the ordinary. They're just doing what they are paid to do. All right? So there's three little zigzag clip. Just let's watch them and come back.
Now, I turn to the aspect of I will call it cost to taxpayers. So we must pass laws that will minimize taxpayers being called upon to foot the bill for waste, corruption, and lack of accountability resulting from the accountability gap that is present in this legislation. For example, there is in the schedule resignation of the CEO as well as revocation of appointment by the Prime Minister. It is a feature that promotes political pageantry. If in the event, and I will address secrecy versus indemnity, but if in the event the CEO does something untoward and at the end of it, it's wasting taxpayers' money, all the Prime Minister has to do is to revoke his CEOship. Simple. Just say you're no longer the CEO, and the Prime Minister would have pretty much says, I've done my duty. The person was a miscreant and don't include me. Just simply fire him, and we would have, the Parliament would have said, okay, we did our work. Can't be that way. That is an example. So that in and of itself has to be revisited in terms of how we deal with it. And here is it. It is missing there is an accountability gap. So if you look at 5.5, it says that the chief executive officer, he creates people who he hires and he's paying them, and it has salary cap, similar to that in the government work. When it comes to section 71, the minister appoints his committee and they are able to get remuneration. It also says honorarium, salary, or fees, and such allowances. I would simply say that this section is circumventing the salary scheme, and as it is not subjected to section 5. I'm just simply saying it's similar to section 5. I'm just saying similar to section 5.5. It says subject to section 5, the chief executive officer shall be employed. I'm saying in the absence of that at section 7.2, you can see there is a gap. It is simply an accountability gap. The salaries has no cap under section 7.2. It has absolutely none. As definitions or revisiting the language so that it is not open to absurd interpretations when it leaves Parliament. So Parliament may not have intended a particular interpretation, but the way the legislation is drafted, you might find that judges may interpret it differently and it goes outside, but it also brings us to litigation that I don't think that it would be necessary if we spend the time and mature consideration to ensure that the legislation meets the object and purpose. So if the bill were to pass without the necessary amendments, we will find ourselves in that situation. So I'm just humbly suggesting that we revisit in that regard. For example, Madam Speaker, the legislation speaks of the minister. And my question to the House, who is the minister in this regard? If it is the Prime Minister, the legislation speaks in the schedule, separate from the minister, what the Prime Minister can do in relation to revocation of the CEO. So if the prime minister and the minister is one in the same, it becomes problematic. And I'm simply saying, who is a minister? That's open-ended, and it's something to consider in relation to interpretation.
It's obvious that NARRA will be in the office of the Prime Minister. What do you expect? Do you think Andrew Holness is going to give the ministry, the NARRA, to another ministry in our country? It will be Andrew Holness, the minister, and one of Andrew Holness' friend or family will be the CEO. Don't be surprised if you see Adam Holness on the board. You understand? Don't be surprised if you see Andrew Holness' brother on the board. If you can pay to get pan it like how you pay to get pan Trump board a piece, you might get a seat. Everything about the Jamaica Labour Party is cronyism, gangsterism. It's an open field for crime. They are joyriding the public's purse. Do we have a buffer against them though? Or is it that somebody else's hand is in the cookie jar? There's a lot that the PNP can speak on in this country, ought to be speaking on. Violet Watson, how are you? I, for one, will continue to question their silence, because the PNP's silence is petrol for the government's continued lawlessness. You heard Horace Chang over the dispatch box telling us, we have no say in this. It is what I want, said the illegal gun smuggler, the head of the Stone Crusher gang. Yeah. Me not really happy me leave Jamaica, you know. Me leaving Jamaica was brilliant for me because I had opportunity I wouldn't have had in Jamaica. But it's sad that after 28 years, I watch my country going backwards. I don't see the improvement. And now Melissa can lick way off of the radar. We got answer forever, you know. Because all to sell like a parity. We want to know Andrew Holness want that strip of beach to develop. Well, one of the places that I've been told is proposed is Slipe in the same parish. But where they would on a car we go a Slipe is on the banking of the Black River. Another swamp. So we're not safer than on the coastline. We're going to join anywhere. Because a tidal wave surged the Black River. The whole of Slipe under flood, just like parity. So where we are going to go? We're going to dead a parity and we're going to dead a Slipe. A dead still though. Jamaica is not improving. Only our politicians' bank balances is improving. Only our politicians' business acumen is improving. Healthcare is down. Education is down. Road infrastructure is down. Water irrigation and distribution is down. JPS. Didn't we just lift JPS up the other day? I mean, what is going up? What is up? Andrew Holness said Frig the people of Melissa. Frig Western Jamaica. Let's build new parliament. Let's build new airport. Let's build new hospital. Make we fix our highway if we charge them for drive pan. And nobody now demonstrate. Everybody over social media more invested in a mix-up and passa. The watchdog is sleeping while the gang of thieves raid through our house. Our gate man, Jamaica. Our gate man. Our watchdog is fast asleep while the thieves of the Jamaica Labour Party run raid through our house. And it doesn't bother you? That Mark Golden and the PNP out there so I catch puss snap. Jamaica. Mark Golden and the PNP out there so I catch puss snap. Look at the state of our country. Andrew Holness haven't touched a road for 10 years. But Andrew Holness disbursed a budget of $45 billion. And road is one of the... What a road and hospital? Which one was in our country? Wanna tell me, please? Jamaicans, especially at home. Outer road and hospital. Lord Jesus, it's why them work together, you know. Road and hospital. Jamaicans at home, good morning. Outer road and hospital at Jamaica. Which one in a worse condition? Can you all tell me? Since 2018, me not come there. But since me a picking, since me 19, me not have to go Jamaica healthcare. So, me no know. Me no know. The last time me interact with them, when me were 19, long eba time now. Long eba time now. When they never use sewing needle, tab you forget like a blood. When they carry you to emergency room, and nurses and doctor rush you in immediately and not leave you to bleed out. Yeah, Ladybug, how you do? Oh, I could go back to Sergeant video, I think. Whoa! Sergeant and Chang gonna come here. Now, when you say Sergeant, if you listen to Chang over the dispatch box, then Sergeant shouldn't really surprise you, should it? Chang is saying, wanna come out of this. Come out of this. Leave it to a criminal like me. Leave it to a gun smuggler like me. Leave it to me where WikiLeaks have evidence span. Leave it to me where America take with me visa. Leave it to me where England and Canada take with me because of my government badness and criminality. You, the people of Jamaica, what I talk about? One of the good ear duns. One of the made in Jamaica duns. What do you know about this? Leave it to us, the criminal. Said Dr. Chang, what is wrong with my mouse? Bear with me, globalist. The mouse, let me use my finger. Come my computer touch screen. Come in over there. That's something I play rat and patrol with me for. Hold on, Jamaica. My mouse now work, so I have to use my finger on a computer, yeah. Bear with Michael Nepper. Bear with me, mouse. My rat stopped working. What happened to my rat? You're nice. No. Want to me mice? Want to me mice? Oh, sorry, globalist. Hold on there. Oh, my mouse. Hold on. I never even see some in the right slot. Beg your pardon. My finger may I use. So, hold on. Lord have mercy. You don't have to bad about them police behavior anymore. Because we heard all of what Horace Chang is telling us. Keep on the mouth shut and make man do them thing. And that me get from...
So what is the really going, Chief? Is there a warrant or something? Huh? Yes, sir.
The police here.
Yeah. No, I'm not to tell you that, boss. I'm not to tell you that.
Yeah, we want the picture.
Yeah, Mama said, Mama said, we get shown to you. Yeah, man, let me see.
Who live here? Who promises this?
This is my premises.
What is your name?
Man.
Sergeant, make sure before him present the warrant, him clarify. The warrant should be what you use to clarify where you come about. Idiot boy. Idiot boy, the warrant clarifies what you come about. All right?
My name is...
Sir. Dagaluna boy name. What is your name, sir?
What?
What is your son's name?
My son?
Yes, sir.
Aaron Reed, Wagwan.
Who else lives here?
2 hours.
Aaron, you're trouble, sir.
How many children now?
3.
Name them.
Yeah, man, please. What's the name, officer? What's the name? So you have any idea the reason for this? Huh? No, here. So I'm going to relax and wait. So sound like we're not having no right, eh?
Gaming gun for it. I wonder which magistrate issued an illegal warrant here. Open in JP in Jamaica done, you know. The Jamaica JP are done.
No, I'm telling you, sir, we don't really want to escalate, yeah? Formality is better, so I'm not come with it. No, Sarge, come on.
Sarge says, we don't want it escalate. Don't cuss, don't cuss. Do not curse. Sarge said, we don't want it escalate. Formality is better, said Sarge. Hey, Sarge a Batman, you know. Sarge sound too back and front for not be Batman. Sorry, globalist, sorry, but Sarge have to be Batman. Everything about Sarge sound back way and back and front. Sarge, formality is better, said Sarge. We don't want it to escalate. But to tap in at the man house, pop down in gate, tap in at the house, start to question him, then go out the door for the warrant, and then tell him, say, let's hear what Sarge has to say. Jesus. No, sir. I want to go with me something, my mouse, yeah. Something plug out. No, it make nice, you know. Hold on, the global. My mouse. Let's listen to Sarge. Hold on. Dirty Sarge, what are you doing?
I think the warrant should be up front. I think the warrant should be up front. Huh?
My safety come first, said Sarge. Sarge with a big gun. Sarge with the all chinkets and barbarets round him with gun in the man's house with his wife, Sarge and him big gun. Horace, where you get them coward from, Horace Strong? Talk it through. Horace Strong, where you get them coward from? We turn up with gun and see a man in pajamas and a woman in nightie and fear for their safety. I mean, we're carrying gun in nighties and pajamas now. Dr. Chang, where you get them from? Because if them turn up with gun and concerned about their safety, God help the rest of it. Because they're going to shoot their fucking way out of whatever them come upon. You don't see it? You don't see the effects of it? You can't tell me, say, you don't see the effects of it, you know? How them a shoot them way out of whatever circumstances. Sarge left funny yard where Sarge could have gone there in bed, you know? Sarge could have gone that sheet. Sarge could have got even climbed fucking tree. If it is about Sarge's safety, but Sarge turn up at the man house with big gun, with friends and foe, and Sarge said, my safety comes before a warrant. That Sarge have to go to road, go ask if you have the warrant. But when Sarge came in with the warrant, it got even worse, sir. Let us listen to Sarge. No, sir. Orange Chang. Oh, no, go on, like I say. My mouse. Never got change my mouse.
My safety come first, yeah? Your safety, the warrant come first, man. Come on, man. I don't know his name. We have a warrant to search Milton Richards premises. And there's a syndicate of premises to include this one.
Syndicate.
Milton Richards? Yes, sir. This is not Milton Richards.
Says Sarge. I would like to see the warrant if the word syndicate is written on the warrant. Hey, these magistrates in Jamaica, these petty session judges, JP they call them, we're not done, you know. But then again, we hold on our thief and wicked and lie, hold on our work against we. So when we just write anything, give them when they call for it without them presenting any evidence to us. So this is what we have secured already. And this is what we know we will secure in a search. That's how a magistrate issue a warrant. That's how a magistrate issue a warrant. Go on here, Sarge. Do road, Sarge. Sarge, do road.
That's premises. To him, sir? I know nothing. I've never heard that name, sir. Oh, so you're over there, so not related?
Not Margie, how if you related?
Okay.
Veterans say, Sarge, if they ask you, say, if the street where you live pan, you and all of the people them related. Because to say, if the man and the woman, the occupant of the house that you are in, Sarge, the house that you are in and a fear of your safety with your gun, Sarge, is relative to the people across the street, Sarge, then veteran said to ask you, could it be that the street you live on, are you related to all of those people? And the question I would want to ask, Sarge, did you find the syndicate of houses? And did you find Mr. Milton what's your rather it? Sarge. Come on, people yard in a fear and say our police and say we're afraid of you. Come on yard with gun and company and then you still turn up in fear. Why are you in policing? Why are you in policing? Why you don't go pretend to be a rat or a mice? Because you're quite much afraid of cat when you're in houses, Sarge, isn't it? You're quite much afraid of cat when you're in houses. So maybe Sarge should go and play the mice or rat game, you stupid, unprofessional, untrained adult. You failed policing college. You failed learning on the job, Sarge. How did Sarge get elevated? That's another big old question. Sarge, I'm going to play you one more time before me go here because Sarge on the road. The road, Sarge. The road. The road, Sarge.
So,
road Fido.
What is the really going, Chief? Is there a warrant or something? Huh? Yes, sir.
The police here.
Yeah.
Dumb shit. He's in his house.
Yeah, we want this picture.
Yeah, Mama said,
I hear something else.
Yeah, man, let me see.
Who promises this?
This is my premises.
What is your name?
My name is.
Sir. Dog alone have one name.
Don't worry, we'll get him name one day. We'll soon get him name. Idiot.
What is your son's name?
My son?
Yes, sir.
You must know fucking hard when he must sleep.
Who else lives here?
2 a week.
How many children you have?
3.
Name them.
The easy jerk carrying on though.
Yeah, man, please.
Yeah, you want. Yeah.
hold on the Jamaica. I don't know one guy on TikTok, one Jamaican, I think he come from Portland. In channel named Soldier Pop Canal. When in train dog and hog together and have one hog when named Donald Trump. Hey! Ball not clot out. He have one hog when named Donald Trump. And if you see how you train the hog, for the hog and the dog, hey, you can train animal to be what you want them to be. The Jamaica Constabulary Force need this young man to train its police. If he trains dog and pig to blend so well, I mean, he could do an awesome job. And where him come from? But a lot of people know how me attack. Soldier Puppy have a whole heap of dog, a plethora of dogs, and him and them live good. And him have one pig named Donald Trump when behave like a dog. It is so amazing to see. That young man would do a great job, Horace Chan. An awesome job in training your police officers. He would do an awesome job. Maybe Horace Chan, you need to find that young man. Because your Rottweilers, Mr. Chan, your Dobermans and American Pit Bulls, Horace Chan, need tempering down. They need to be trained and tell when to be yield or sit. Horace Chan, maybe you can find that young man, because trust me, Sarge could do so well with this.
So what is the really going, Chief? Is there a warrant or something? Huh? Yes, sir.
The police here.
Yeah. No, I'm not to tell you that, boss. I'm not to tell you that.
Yeah, we want the picture.
Yeah, Mama said, we get the way I look at it. Yeah, man, let me see it.
Who live here? Who promises this?
This is my premises.
What is your name?
My name is...
Sir. Dog alone, one name. What is your name, sir?
What?
Exactly. What is your son's name?
My son?
Yes, sir. Who else live here?
2 are we?
How many children you have?
3.
Name them.
Yeah, man, please.
Jamaicans, next time when you have video police in the circumstances, make sure their face and their number is in the video. Whether you're in your house or you're upon your street, you're in public or in your private dwelling, you're entitled to do that while they are carrying out any operation.
What's the name, officer? What's the name? So you have any idea the reason for this? Huh? No, okay. So we relax and wait. So sound like we don't have no right thing.
Globalists are plug out. My mouth plug out and I never know, you know. That's why they have no phone.
No, sir, we don't really want to escalate, yeah? Formality is better, so I'm not come with it.
No.
We don't really want it escalate. So for me, Sarge, I tell the man, sir, even though I don't know what I'm about, you know, sir, I prepare for shoot you if you irritate me or aggravate me. Because that is only where it would escalate to further than this. So in it, Sarge, talk truth, Sarge. I'm going to make one cup of Alex and play over Sarge again. Because Sarge tell the man, say, he don't want if it escalate. How far, if on a murder, you check the man, Sarge, say, mind me pop off. Mind me pop off. You must video these people with bravery. Video these people with bravery in our house. Your home is your castle. You're entitled to kill people barging upon you. Under the law of self-defense and preemptive strikes. And you come at the man's house and talk about formality. When you never even start with formality. You never come with a warrant. The one where you search and find in the back of the van, probably have somebody picking the blood on it, was illegal. Who is the sergeant, who is the JP that issues this warrant, this illegal warrant that breaches the constitutional right of a Jamaican? I don't think Jamaican understand how grave this issue is. This is abuse of your fundamental rights, and Isaac Buchanan is silent. Because the government don't have anybody that deals with human rights anyway. The PNP saw the necessity to have somebody speaking on human rights. Fitzjackson or Isaac Buchanan have not been made aware of this yet, even though it's in the public spheres.
So what you say really go on, Chief? Is there a warrant or something? Huh? Yes, sir.
The police here.
Yeah. No, I'm not to tell you that, boss. I'm not to tell you that.
Yeah, we want the picture.
Yeah, Mama said, we get
shown to you.
Yeah, man, let me see it.
Who live here? Who promises this?
This is my premises.
What is your name?
My name is
Sir. Dog alone have one name. What is your name, sir?
What?
Exactly. What is your son's name?
My son?
Yes, sir. Who else lives here?
2 a week.
How
many children you have?
3.
Name them.
Yeah, man, please. What's the name, officer? What's the name? So you have any idea the reason for this? Huh? No, okay. So we relax and wait. So sound like we don't have no right, eh?
No, sir, we don't really want to escalate. There, formality is better. So I'm not come with it.
No, Sarge, come on. I think the warrant should be up front. I think the warrant should be up front. Huh? Your safety, the warrant come first, man. Come on, man.
I don't know, you know. We have a warrant to search Milton Richards premises. And there's a syndicate of premises to include this one.
Milton Richards?
Yes, sir.
This is not Milton Richards premises.
To him, sir?
I know not. I've never heard that name, sir.
Whether they're related or not, Sarge, it's irrelevant. You're there. You are there for Milton Richards, you see. And if that is not Milton Richards, and if that is not Milton Richards' address, Sarge, you have no legal business being there. Sarge, it's not Milton's Richard. And it's not Milton Richards' house, nor the syndicate of house that you're looking for does not belong to Milton Richards. Karine, how you do? And then to top that off, is that what you saw from Sarge wasn't bad enough? You have a gunman in the disguise of a deputy prime minister and a minister of national security and peace, may I add, standing at our dispatch box, telling us, but out of it. They're not going to wear body cam. You all know nothing about policing. But out, said the gunman. All of us, Horace Chang, are in the same boat. Because we have given you the opportunity 10 years, and you have not presented us a policy, barring the word of mouth criminal activities. So all of us here are sailing in the same boat. Neither we nor you no understand policing. And if you have to zoom in at Sarge behavior, Horace Chang, I mean, who would you rather believe, me or you? Talk truth. Out of me or you, Horace Chang? Who would you believe? Say, none of we don't know better. Because Sarge attitude demonstrate, Sarge demeanor, Sarge lack of professionalism, Sarge lack of coherency. Horace Chang would arguably prove me right rather than you, isn't it? At least I can see what's on paper in front of me. Bloody hell.
Oh, so you're over there, so not related?
No.
Margie, how is it related?
I'm asking you a question, I don't
But
know.
you should have known.
Wait, really?
Of course. If you have something to search, you
So
should have known.
sure.
All right, make sure so we name the time.
Good, do that list, because there's a one syndicate of houses.
This is not one syndicate of house, man. You popped up my gear.
Hey, I just so nice, you know. When Sarge says, Sarge, your warrant illegal. You are here to the wrong person. You're at the wrong address. Sarge said, man, know say this a one syndicate of house. Sad to me was say, I want Jesus. It get funnier and it get more serious every time you listen to it. Sad say, me know say I want to get a house. Lord Jesus, somebody can hold me up this morning because Sarge come to raise my blood pressure. Sarge say, me know say I want to get a house this year.
No, okay. So if you relax and wait. So sound like we don't have no right, eh?
No, sir, we don't really want to escalate, yeah? Formality is better, so I'm not come with it.
No, Sarge, come on. I think the warrant should be up front. I think the warrant should be up front. Huh? Your safety, the warrant come first, man. Come on, man.
I don't know, you know. We have a warrant to search Milton Richards premises. And there's a syndicate of premises to include this one.
Milton Richards?
Yes, sir.
This is not Milton Richards' premises.
To him, sir?
I know not. I've never heard that name, sir.
Oh, so you're over there, so not related?
Not Margie, how is it related?
I'm asking you a question, I don't
But
know.
you should have known.
Wait, really?
Of course. If you have something to search, you should
sure.
have known.
You have a warrant, yeah?
All right, make sure so we name the time.
Good, do that list, because there's a one syndicate of houses.
This is not one syndicate of house, man. You pop up my gate and come in. And now tell me now, so well then, boy. Yeah? And just listen how you talk. Yes.
Hey, all we're foreign lucky, you know. Because all of the building them most building in a foreign stitched to one another. So if police in a foreign were to use Sarge's protocol, When them come to one house pan a block, you know, the whole away and that stick up, you know. You know, say so would I go. If Sarge were to operate in foreign with hosts joined together, I mean, when Sarge come the whole block under siege, because Milton Richards may run out and run in a one away house. So Sarge will go to all our house till Sarge find Milton Richards and breach the whole of our constitutional right to find Milton Richards. Sarge look for somebody who probably don't even exist. Did you see the warrant? Did you see a name on the warrant suggested Milton Richards? For all we know, Sarge could be reading off a piece of Rizla or a piece of cigarette paper. For all we know, Sarge could just have a piece of Fosco paper in him hand, because we ain't seen the warrant. We ain't seen Milton's name or address, Sarge, on the warrant. For all we care, Sarge could have just pick up a piece of napkins and present it that this is the warrant and we are looking for Milton Richards. Does Milton Richards really exist? Or Sarge get caught off guard and Sarge just make it up like British police who regular stop black men and tell them, say, a robbery just commit and you fit the description. What description was given? The police can't tell you what description was given, but because you're a black man, the robbery fit your description. Everywhere you have the level of that type of police in there, no? But in a Jamaica, two them do it so dunsely. I syndicate the house, I syndicate the house, any cherry, you a syndicate the house, you're related to them, but it is a syndicate the house. Sarge, I don't know my neighbors in foreign, Sarge. Sarge, I do not know my neighbors in foreign, but Sarge, as per you, we live in the same syndicate of house, a syndicate of globalists don't go about in the business. Me now make Sarge mad me. They have to go get soldier pop canal. Tell Oris Chang, say the young man when he soldier pop canal, get him for training police them. Because me not have time for this public embarrassment to our country. Because all in all, this is a breach of fundamental rights, but it is also a public embarrassment to policing in our country and our country in general. When we police them, turn up with piece of Fosco paper, say a warrant. With Milton Richards, where possible overdove cut in just go pick off a name. Nowhere to be found. And Sarge still a walk when I go. Me know say it's a syndicate, but it's a syndicate a host this.
No, sir, we don't really want to escalate, yeah? Formality is better, so I'm come with it.
No, Sarge, come on. I think the warrant should be up front. I think the warrant should be up front. Huh? Your safety, the warrant come first, man. Come on, man.
I don't know who's in the house. We have a warrant to search Milton Richards' premises. And there's a syndicate of premises to include this one.
Milton Richards?
Yes, sir.
This is not Milton Richards' premises.
To him, sir?
I know nothing. I've never heard that name, sir.
Oh, so you're over there, sir.
Now, go about my business. Every time I listen to Sarge, I have a question. My question to you, Sarge, in relation to the syndicate of properties relating to the warrant that has Milton Richards' name on it, These other syndicate of properties, are they business properties or dwelling properties? That would be important for us to know. And is it that Milton Richards own all these properties? Or Milton Richards is associated to people who own these properties? What properties are they, Sarge? Are they private dwelling or business properties? A syndicate the house, a syndicate the properties.
No, I'm telling you, sir, we don't really want to escalate, yeah? Formalities better, so I'm not come with it.
No,
No,
Sarge, come on. I think the warrant should be up front. I think the warrant should be up front. Huh? Your safety, the warrant come first, man. Come on, man.
No, I don't know, you know. We have a warrant to search Milton Richards premises, and there's a syndicate of premises to include this one.
Milton Richards?
Yes, sir.
This is not Milton Richards' premises.
To him, sir?
I know nothing. I've never heard that name, sir.
Oh, so you're over there, so not related?
Not Margie, how is he related?
I'm asking you a question, I don't
But
know.
you should have known.
Wait, really?
So, could Milton Richards be related to the people over there, sir? Sarge, have you, in asking that question, would you have already established that Milton Richards related to the people them over there, sir?
Milton Richards?
Yes, sir.
This is not Milton Richards' premises.
To him, sir?
I know nothing. I've never heard that name, sir.
Oh, so you're over there, so not related?
Not Margie, how is he related?
I'm asking you a question, I don't
But
know.
you should have known.
Wait, really?
Of course, if you have come to search,
That's
you should
right.
have known.
You have a warrant, yeah?
All right, make sure so we nail the time.
Good, do that list, because there's a one syndicate of houses.
This is not one syndicate of house, man. You pop down my gate and come in. And now tell me now so well then, boy. Yeah? And just listen how you talk. Just listen how you talk. Just listen how you talk. Huh? Just listen how you talk. Not even manners you don't have.
So Jamaica, as from today, every police what we see is a syndicate of police. No, sir. Every police what we see from today is a syndicate of police. But this government continue to abuse the rights. Golden and the PNP continue crawling slowly across the road. Stop traffic. The commuters have to come out, come help Golden and the PNP cross the road. Jamaica people are going left the started suffering and burden in the middle. Because for those of you who have a dog to watch your yard, and if your dog regularly, just wait till the thief come and get the can of sardine and go lick the aisle and make the thief take up you and the house and go with. Because this is what the PNP is doing to us, you know. Labour just punch a hole in a sardine and show you PNP. And PNP the one side a lick sardine aisle. And Jamaica people are suffer because Labour right take way up and gone. Labour right coming at the yard, shoot all away dog, piss, fall, post everybody. Take up the chest and gone with it. And PNP out there a lick sardine aisle out of the tin where Labour right throw with them. Globalists, may come about my business, you know. Me come go about my business this morning. You hear? PNP soon send out them Dobermans. Anyway, thank you all for being here this morning. Lovely to have your support, as always, you know. Right, I don't think I'm going to come back this evening. I won't be back until Sunday evening. I've got a few bits and pieces to do. So I'll be absent this evening, possibly, yeah. And I'll come back on Sunday. We'll come back Sunday. Alrighty. So thank you all for being here this morning. And tell them, say, in the sectoral debate, I don't know what's going on. Because if Horace Chang is allowed to stand up there and insult us, and we don't know who is answering to him, then we just have to make sure when Sarge come, we have our phone ready in our hand. Anyway, thank you all for being here with us this morning. See you back on Sunday. Have yourself an amazing weekend. Thank you. Good morning and good afternoon from the Global TV Group. Oops, I've pressed the wrong button. Hold on.
Too long in our little ghetto. Run, keep going on, let's process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just I and I as a watchman around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Day or night, we gotta bust down Babylon walls. Prepare and read the way. Prepare and read the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down, war and crime. Fight down, me say Rastafari. War and crime and do that righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah, Rastafari. And we love Jah, we love Jah, we love Jah, Rastafari. Preserve all people. Put time away again. Listen, yeah. Just as I and I as a watchman, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I and I should never hold thy peace while we penalize. Day or night, we gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare and read the way. Prepare and read the way for Jah Rastafari. Fight down, war and crime. Fight down, war and crime. Rastafari, war and crime. And build up righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. Rastafari. Preserve all. And we love Jah. Me love Jah. Me love Jah. Rastafari. Preserve all. Me love Jah. Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight. And then DJ Twink.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus,
Our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.